started with a dynamic warm-up. If you've been with me before, you've done these. We're gonna start with knee pulls, pulling the knee up towards the chest, making sure you're not bringing your chest down. You're standing up nice and tall, pulling that knee up towards you. We're gonna go 2 more, 1 more on each leg, and then we're gonna switch. Let's do quad stretch, pull that leg behind you, get that quad stretched out. I like to reach the opposite arm up in the air, extend that torso a little bit more. And we're breathing, getting the heart rate up slowly. Last one here, we're gonna add a little bit of a step touch. Get the lateral movement, get those arms, shoulders involved. We will be doing a lot of exercises down in the plank position using shoulders, using those arms. We're gonna get warmed up in 4, 3, 2, 1. Standing, we're gonna do a hip rotation. Standing in place, bring this leg up, open, put it back down. Open, put it back down. Warming those hip flexors up, those hip rotators. 2 more on this leg. You also will feel your balanced leg really having to lock into the ground. That glute is warming up here. And back down. Bring that knee up, rotate it open, put it back down. Just a quick, easy stretch. If you have a job where you're seated most of the day, just even standing up, doing something as simple as this throughout your day will really help open up those hip flexors, get the hips moving in a rotational direction, which you don't necessarily get enough of during the day. All right, next move. If you've been with me before, you've seen this one quite a lot. We're gonna do world's greatest stretch. I'm gonna get into this extended lunge position. Both hands come in the instep of that front leg, and I'm gonna twist, look up at my hand. If you're able to, depending on your flexibility, go ahead and try to drop down as low as you can with that arm. Twist up as high as you can, really engaging the whole torso here. So you can keep on going if you have the flexibility here, especially in that front leg, to reach under your other arm and come back up tall. As long as you're able to keep this front foot flat on the ground, so don't sacrifice this heel lifting for that more range of motion in the twisting direction. We'll go 1 more on this side. Twist under, twist up to the sky, step, and switch legs. You'll be able to see from this angle how I'm twisting now. Both hands come in that instep. I'm gonna twist up to the ceiling. Look at my hand. When I come through, I'm really gonna drop down, try to reach this arm underneath, and then twist back up. And if you're not yet able to do the twist, and that's fine if you just wanna hang out here, hold, that is getting those legs warmed up. We just really want to improve upon rotation in the body, because our bodies don't typically get enough of the rotation as we go about our day, and especially last one here. Especially a lot of our programmed workouts are designed to just stay pretty much forward and backward, and we forget our body is supposed to really rotate. So you'll see I like to incorporate quite a lot of rotation into the moves. Last warm up here, let's do another one for the shoulders, the core area, inchworm. So you're gonna stand up nice and tall. I'm gonna walk my hands down to the ground. I'm gonna walk forward, get into that high plank push-up position, hold, and then reverse it. Walk my hands back, push my hips up to the sky, feeling those hamstrings, reach up tall. Keep on going, we're just gonna go 4 more. Reach down, walk those hands out, brace and hold, and come up. If you are really flexible, this one might be pretty easy for you, but if you're tight in those hamstrings, your goal is to keep those legs as straight as possible. If you have to bend them a little bit, if you're pretty tight, that's okay, but as we continue, your goal is to keep those legs as straight as possible all the way through this stretch. Abs are braced, kick back up, reach up tall. We have 1 more. Deep breath. And kick those hips back up, reach up, deep breath, exhale, let it all go. All right, that's our warm-up. what the exercises are gonna look like today. We are gonna go a 40-second round, a 30-second round, a 20-second round, and then we'll add on, we'll get a new set of exercises. So everything's gonna be timed. Listen for my cue. Your goal is to do as many reps as possible in each chunk of time. Obviously, you're not gonna get as many in as 20 as you did on 40, but that's your goal. Your goal is to keep the pace up, keep challenging yourself, keep the heart rate up as much as possible. Again, I am gonna give modifications if we need it, either to make exercises harder or to tone down the intensity a little bit. Our first two exercises, we're gonna do burpees, comboed up with squats or squat jumps. I'll show you those two moves and then we're gonna get into it. For burpees, option, jump up, put your hands down, jump back, jump in, and jump up. That's option. Another option if we want to take out the jumping so we're not jarring the back so much, reach down, step, and back up. Those are the two options for burpees. If you really want to get intense with your burpee, feel free to add a push-up in the very bottom. That's an option to make it a little more intense. Then we go right into squat jumps. I'm gonna have you be shoulder width stance, toes can be turned out ever so slightly, and we're doing body squats. If you want to, go ahead and add a squat jump into it for a more intense version. Those are our two moves, 40 seconds. We will break, listen for my cue. We're going 30 seconds and then 20 seconds, and then we'll add on some different exercises. All right, get set, burpees. We are starting off with, in 3, 2, 1, go. Join me, try to keep track of your own reps. Go at a pace that's good for you. Ten seconds to go. And break, release. We do get recovery time. Those always get the heart rate up. Deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and then get set for our squats. Squats or squat jumps, your choice. Starting in 5, 3, 2, 1, and squats. I'm gonna stay with the body squat right now. If you want to add that jump in, go ahead. Again, you're going at your own pace, keeping your heart rate where you want it. Obviously trying to push it a little bit, getting into that higher zone. And keep on breathing. This is our longest round, remember that. If you get through this round, you can do the other two. Drive those hips forward. 5 seconds are left. Last one, and release, shake it out. We are going to our 30-second round. Rest breaks will also get shorter, so just remember that. We have burpees, 30 seconds. We are starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Burpees. You have that option to step back and step together. You also have the option to add a push-up at the bottom. We're halfway. In 3, 2, 1, and release. Recover quickly, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Only a 15-second break now. Going into squats in 5, 3, 2, 1, and squat. If you want to join me, I'll let you know at the halfway point, and then I'm going to get a little more intense. I'm going to add that squat in at the halfway point. And go. If you want to join me, add that jump in. Try to land softly, but that pressure. And we are done. Catch your breath. We only have 15 seconds. And we're going to do our speed round, 20-second burpees. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, burpees. 20 seconds. Fast and furious here. In 3, 2, 1, I'm finishing this rep. And break. We only have 10 seconds. Squats or squat jumps in 3, 2, 1, go. Make sure you're breathing through the exercise, not just on those rest breaks. You're breathing the whole time. Deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And done. Whew, that was an intense combo there. Catch your breath. Grab a drink if you need it. That's round 1. Completely done. And then we are going to get a new set of exercises here. You get a longer break. We're going to go about a 60-second, a full minute break here. So grab that drink of water if you need it. Try to bring that heart rate down nice and slow. In through the nose, nice and slowly out through the mouth. You're still resting. You got another 25 seconds. Our next 2 exercises, same thing, 40, 30, 20. What we're going to be doing though are jump rope, just imaginary. Jump rope, if you have a jump rope, feel free to grab it or just pretend. Okay, it works pretty well the same. You can jump 2 feet. You can kind of shuffle those steps. Okay, whatever feels the best for you. Our combo move for that, we're going to be down on the mat again. And we're going to do cross body mountain climbers. So push-up position. Take that left knee to the right elbow, back, and alternate. So you're getting a little bit of a oblique twist in here. Again, how I like those rotations. See if you can't rotate those hips with each knee drive. You can go slow, and you can go fast. Your choice. This is for you. Make it as intense as you want. If at any time you feel this upper body position is too hard and you're not able to hold all 4s anymore, my suggestion, see if you can't come down to your knees and maybe hold a low plank hold. Keep that heart rate up a little bit. Also keep those abs engaged. That's a little bit of a modification. Also, if you can't do a full jump with the jump rope, just get those arms moving and do a little heel tap in front of you. Always options for every person's level, all right? Keep it moving, keep the heart rate up, that's the most important thing. Okay, we got our 40-second round. Jumping at jump rope, starting 40 seconds. We'll start in 5. All right, one more deep breath. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Staying relaxed in the neck is also key. Keeping those abs tight. Anytime your feet leave the ground, you should feel those abs brace for you. Remember, this is the longest round. If you get through this, you can get through them all. We're breathing throughout the motion. Try not to think about that your heart rate getting up there or the intensity. Try to just slow everything down. Focus on deep breaths. And we are done. 20 seconds of rest. And then we're down on the mat. Get a good deep breath before you get down there. Let's get set in that high plank push-up position. And we are going to go cross body. Starting in 5. And we're up, ready, and go. Take that knee to the opposite elbow. If you can't rotate your body open a little bit, see how much you can get your body to do. Obviously staying in control, not wanting anything to get your low back or your neck or shoulders. I should say neck. No shoulder pain, but your shoulders are definitely working here, your shoulder blades. Crossing over, we're almost there. 10 seconds, you're trying to really get those obliques to crunch. Your abs are braced and they're working. Last one, and release, come back up. That was our longest round. Remember, if you can do that, these next two you've got. We're going to our 30-second round. Back to jump roping. One more deep breath. We have 5 seconds till go time. In 3, 2, 1, and jump rope. Reminder, if you're not jumping and you want to do a heel tap, completely fine. Just keep that body moving. Try to go the whole length of time. We are so close. And then remember, the rest breaks also get shorter. 3, 2, 1, and break. 15 seconds for rest. Get set, back to those crossbody. You have the option to go fast. I'll let you know when it's halfway, and I will pick up the pace if you want to join me. Get set and go. I'll let you know when we're halfway through. Only 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, pick that pace up if you want, or stay with the other version. In 3, 2, 1, and break. Come on up. We get 15 seconds to rest, and then we are back on our 20-second round, back to jump roping. Starting in 5, 3, 2, 1, jump rope. Go. Breathing throughout the motion. If you want to add a little side hop, get a little more lateral work in, go for it. Mix it up a little bit. See what your body's capable of. In 3, 2, 1, and that's it. 10 seconds on the clock for your rest break. Catch your breath quickly. Back down to the mat in 3, 2, 1, cross body, go. Slow, fast, they are both fine. When you're going slow, you really want to focus on the range, getting those abs to crunch as much as possible. With the fast, you're working on cardio, heart rate, and we are done. Come on up. You get a longer break here. You get that water break if you need it. We've gone through 2 complete rounds of exercises here. A third round is coming your way. You get about a 30-second rest break here. For this particular round, I'm just going to shuffle my mat out of the way. I'm going to move it in front of me. If you have a mat, you want to just push it out of the way. What we're going to be doing here are some side shuffles. You're still resting. We're going to take a 3-step side shuffle each way. Your goal is to touch the ground at each point. So what it's going to look like, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, touch. 1, 2, 3, touch. All right, but obviously picking up that pace, going as slow or as fast as you want to. If it hurts a little bit too much, maybe you have some low back issues where that bending is problematic, what I would encourage you to do is stay in a squat, shuffle those feet, or even just do side steps back and forth without touching the ground. That's exercise 1. Exercise 2, jumping jacks. Again, we have this option, or we have a modified version, taking that jump out, stepping side to side. All right, rest break is over. We are gonna get into the shuffles. 40-second round to start. That's the longest. Stay low in these, touch the ground if you can, get that heart rate up. I'm gonna start on this side in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, and shuffle. Touch the ground at each point. Getting a little agility in here. Focus on that breathing throughout. It doesn't necessarily matter which hand you take to the ground. I'm doing my opposite hand to opposite foot. We're halfway through. I hope those legs are burning a little bit. That means you're staying low, staying close to the ground. Get through this round. This is the longest. This is the hardest. And then you can do the other two, no problem. And 3, 2, 1, and release. You get a 20-second break, and then remember, we are in jumping jacks or step touches, or a combination. If you want to start jumping, and then you go to those step touches, just keep your body moving. Do what is working for you at your intensity level. No more talking. We're into it. Ready? Go. Jumping jacks. 40 seconds. Think about your breaths through this whole motion. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Halfway. You're so close. Push through these last couple of seconds. And done. Nice work. 20 seconds on the clock. Then we're back in those shuffles. We drop down to 30-second round. Good deep breath here, in through the nose. Release it slowly. We got shuffles starting in 5. Get low to the ground. 3, 2, 1, and go. And 30 seconds are on the clock. Try to keep a good spacing between those feet. Don't let your feet click together. Seconds are left. I'm going to try to get there and back, and release. Only 15-second break this time before we're into those jumping jacks. Nice deep breaths. Trying to control that recovery. Ready? And go. 30 seconds on the clock. You have that option to step touch and take the jump out. Five seconds are left. And 3, 2, 1, and release. 15 seconds to break here. We are so close to being done with this station. 20-second round. We're on our 22nd round. Fast and furious, shuffles, go. There we go. Shuffle quickly. 20 seconds. Trying to cover as much ground as you can in this short amount of time. Those legs should be burning. In 3, 2, 1. I'm going to finish this and break. 10 seconds. That's all you have to recover. Catch your breath quickly. Jumping jacks for 20. Ready, go. 20-second jumping jacks. Halfway. In 3, 2, 1, and break. That's it. You made it through 3 full stations already. This is your longer break time. Bring the heart rate down. Control your breathing. Get a drink of water if you need it. I'm going to bring my mat back a little bit because we are going to be back on it for another plank move. So if you kind of pushed your mat out of the way, you might want to put it back in a good position. While you're resting, I'm going to show you our next moves. What we are going to do, we are going to do some speed lunges. So what I mean by that, I'm not as concerned about all the range of motion. I want the heart rate to come up and I want the pace up. So you're going to be in place doing reverse lunges, but you're gonna be alternating quickly. Again, your goal is to get as many reps in as possible. If you want an extra challenge, let's add a jump to it. Here, jump, jumping lunges. That'll pick that intensity up. Your choice there with that move. If you do need to slow it down, if you have any type of knee problem, obviously I'm always about form over speed. Okay, so if you need to slow the motion down, make sure you're getting that form. You can also have something by your side to hold on to, which might help your form and keep your balance a little bit. That's a modification. We are gonna alternate that down on the ground, push-up position, and we are gonna be doing shoulder taps. So you're in push-up position, keeping those hips nice and still. I'm gonna take my right hand to my left shoulder, left hand to my right shoulder. Now the goal is to not let anything below the chest be moving. Hips should stay still, legs and feet should stay still. If your hips are moving all over the place, you're really not using your core as best as you should. The more stable you are, the less you're moving, the more those abs are really working. So I would encourage you to stay slow rather than fast on that. Fight those abs, get the most out of it for your core. All right, enough talking. We got 40, 30, 20. Starting with those lunges, 40-second round, and we are gonna start in 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Hit those speed lunges. Try to come up fast, go back fast. We're keeping the heart rate up, and I'm keeping those arms moving, almost like I'm doing a running motion here. Again, breathing through the motion. Longest round first, get through this, and then no problem with the 30-second, 20-second rounds. Here we go. Another motivation. These are our last 2 exercises of the workout. You've made it this far. Gotta finish now. We're almost there. In 3, 2, 1, and break. Back into the shoulder taps. You get that 20-second recovery here. Get in that position on the ground. Hands right underneath the shoulders. The wider your feet, the easier it is to balance as well. Brace those abs. I want you to feel those abs on fire after this. In 3, 2, 1, go. Slow and controlled. It's like I'm pushing the ground away with that hand that I place on the ground. Push the ground away. Lock that whole arm, your whole shoulder blade into the ground. That's gonna stabilize as well as your abs. If you think about pushing the ground away hard with your hand, sometimes intuitively, your abs will just brace. As you get fatigued, think about squeezing those glutes a little bit, tightening up those quads, those thighs. We're almost there. And we are done. Break from that. Come on up. That was your longest round. We are into our 30-second round here. Back to those speed lunges. Add the jump in if you want to. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Here we go. Picking up that pace. Go as fast as you're able to control this motion now. Keeping that knee over the heel, not letting it go forward past your toe. We got 10 seconds to go. 5. And break. 15 seconds on the clock for your rest break. Get yourself down into that shoulder tap position, plank position. We are starting in 5. The slower, the more controlled, the better. And go. If you want to challenge this move, bring your feet closer together. If you can get your feet touching, that's really going to challenge your core. You should feel those low abs really engaging here. You don't need to speed this one up to make it more challenging. You just have to change the placement of your feet. Decrease that surface area you're using on the ground. In 3, 2, 1, and we are done. 15 seconds On the clock, you've come this far. We got our 22nd round. Fast and furious. I'm gonna add those jump lunges in if you wanna join me for this round. Get set and go. Explode off the ground. I'm using those arms with me. It's only 20 seconds. Here we go. Think about jumping high, landing controlled. We have 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna finish this one and release. 10 seconds, that's all you get to recover. Quickly down on the mat. 20 more seconds of work. Here we go. Get set and go. Keep the breath. Keep your body controlled. You are in control here. We got 5 seconds left. Stay strong. In 3, 2, 1, and release. Come on up. Catch your breath. You can put your hands on top of your head. If you need to, grab a drink if you need to. I'm gonna let you walk around for a little bit, and we are gonna do some stretches. Keep working that breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. I'm so happy you made it through with me. There's so many different ways to do exercises just using your own body. And even with the exercises we chose today, there's so many variations of it. You can mess around with the placement of your feet. You can change up the speed of the move. You can change up the time frame that you're working for. All kinds of things to challenge yourself. And there's all ways to work from a beginner to exercise all the way up to advanced. It's one of the things I love about this. Always something to do, always more to learn, more exercises to try. Catch that breath. When you're ready, shake those arms out. I'm gonna take one arm across the chest, pull up with my other arm, get that shoulder deltoid stretched out. You can roll that wrist around if your wrists were giving you problems by being in that plank position. This may help loosen it up a little bit. As we're stretching, think about bringing your heart rate down slowly. We do that by taking nice controlled breaths. Switch arms, roll that wrist out a little bit. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Go ahead and release that. I'm gonna take both hands behind, clasp my fingers together, reach down, pull down, and then I'm opening that chest up. Take some deep breaths here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're watching this, feel free to leave me a comment. I would love to know which combination was your favorite today, or which exercise was your favorite today. If you'd like to leave me a comment, let me know. I would love that. Release. Let's do a quad stretch. If you need to hold on to something, go for it. Bring that heel back towards your glute, standing up nice and tall, getting that front of the thigh stretched out. Again, we are just bringing that heart rate down nice and slowly. And release. Switch legs. Well, as the temperature warms up here, make sure you're also drinking water to make up for that. I know when we start just changing, we often forget about that. We need that much more water on the days it's getting hot. So just a friendly reminder, especially if you join me for today's workout. Make sure you're drinking good water today. Release. I'm gonna go wide stance here, wider than shoulder width. I'm gonna drop my hips back. I'm gonna reach down and I'm just gonna kind of let my arms dangle, getting those hamstrings stretched out, also letting the shoulders loosen. Switch directions here. I'm gonna put my left hand on the ground and I'm gonna reach my right arm up to the sky. Look up at it. Take a breath and switch. One deep breath. Back down to the ground. Roll up nice and slowly. Take those arms overhead. Deep breath in through the nose. Big exhale, let it all go. And that is a wrap. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. And leave me that comment if you want. I would love to see it. And I will see you next time with a brand new video.